Right. So what I want to mention is that there's someone that I know, right? This person, um, it's hard for me to really understand what happened, but the person is not in a good state of being, uh, physically and mentally. The person has a physical pain, and person is not in a good financial situation, and so, so this person decided to contact people, just let everyone know her situation, her challenges. So, what do you guys think if someone just calls you and just talk about themselves?
Probably not very self-aware in ways that they're very focused on their own. They're very focused on their own selves and their own problems.
Right.
Self-focused for a reason, yeah.
For a reason.
For a good reason.
So meaning that person calls to talk about themselves.
I have pain. I have a stomach issue. I have migraine. I cannot even walk, and I cannot work. And I'm very spiritual. I sense a lot of things, but this world is just everything is negative. So many bad things happen. It's happening, and no one is doing anything with this. I really want to help the world, but I can't. Physically I'm in pain. Things like that. And what do you, and let's say this person will ask me, what do you do? You're not doing anything.
I feel like those types of people they're withholding so much negativity that they can't help but have to call and share to someone. It's like one of their coping mechanisms, but it's the fact that it's like they're trying to release their negativity, but I feel like it never helps anyone. It just kind of backfires. And those are types of people that set limitations, all the reasons why they cannot do certain things. They're ambitious, but all the reasons why the world is against them. And I would call that like it's a simple example of self-sabotage. And it's a spiral, which there's a way of getting out of it because most people are programmed to think that way and feel that way.
So what to do not to think this way?
She has to realize that by putting blame on other people, society, she's in a way not taking accountability for her own misery. Because only she can help herself. But she feels like she is being limited or prisoned by a specific, I don't know, mindset, or she's giving reasons as to why she can't do it. But it's not because, society's bad, or it's because she feels like she can't see her own way out. Basically, she's putting herself in this bird cage, and she has keys to like open it and just kind of like, hey, actually, I will be this person despite society being this way, and it's okay.
Because society is always this way, right? It did not change, right? So it's not something new to us, right? So how we respond is you don't want to be part of it, part of this negative energy, number one, right? If you are part of it and then you are supporting it, you're not helping. Helping is not to complain or point it out. Look, right, people are doing this. But one is how we cannot look at it negative. I'm just asking how we can look at a negative situation or people, but not to stay negative.
I think first it starts with the moment of realization that something has to change, right? Second would be probably to, instead of putting blame on everything and everyone else, take the blame to yourself, which is actually easier because it's really hard for people to actually take them to like feel responsible for many things in their lives. But it's actually easier because then you get to make the choice and you get to make the decision and you get to make the calls rather than sitting and waiting for outside situations to play out in your favor, which you don't have any control over that.
Sure. Yeah. And so actually another thing to look at this, right, is what made this happen. The collective consciousness created. So we are part of it, right? You cannot say I'm not responsible for it. Yes, but it's not one person, right? The natural disasters, the same thing. It's not natural. It's man-made in a way, right? But of course, yes, the earth has to cleanse itself in a way, right? But we are responsible. We're responsible for everything. But then the next question is, okay, what we do as an individual.
So taking this person,
so they say the situation is not what she said, right? It just looking at the negative situation where people are doing things that is not going to help themselves, right? So what do we do when we look at that?
I think one thing that people can do, I feel like it's also very personal to me, is changing your perspective of a situation. I think it's very easy for people to say, this person abused me, this person cheated on me, and I'm so angry for being the victim. I feel so used. But on the other side, I think if you take a look at the situation from a different perspective and think, this happened, but what is it that I'm learning from this that I'm not seeing at the moment?
And this is when something happened to us, right? But let's say nothing happened to you, and you just see what other people are doing, and you know this is not that good because right, they're not helping each other. And we go, I'm good, right? People are fighting, or right, we're hurting in nature. If someone asks me, what do you do with this? I cannot go to anywhere and say, let me stop the war, right? Let me stop this, that. But what I can do is, I always believe that what's the best thing we can do is to let people understand that the entire world, everyone on this planet is part of one family. We are all, right, one family, right? Of course, this will take a very long time, but, right, if we see everyone else as part of the family, then you know what to do, right? If you tell them, you say, right, it's not just we have this small family or your parents or your children, but the neighbor, right, the strangers on the street, everyone, right, on this planet is connected with you, is another version of you, right? So just that the message, right, whenever you have a chance to talk to someone, right, someone's complaining, right, first of all, it's never, whatever happened, it's never happened to that person, because everyone is connected. We're playing this, like, this show to have this physical, earthly experience for us to grow and evolve. So no one can be a bad person. Only that person is playing a role of a bad person.
Yeah, like we're all, like you mentioned, we're all connected, and that brings us to the role of oneness. And also, there's certain, this is part of life, at least this life, that that we are all experiencing certain things, and some experiences come with a heavy burden and really difficult situations. But everything comes our ways, and everyone has their own story because everyone has their own road to walk through and certain situations to experience and live and overcome, so that they can come out stronger on the other side, and they will keep living that experience until they learn at least one lesson.
Yeah, and we are not required to learn the lesson, right? Because this is how much we're being loved and supported by the universe. It's unconditionally, right? So we can say, I'm not ready to learn this lesson. That's okay too. But this is what I tell people or myself, right? I can choose not to learn, but it's not going to serve me in a good way, right? Because we are responsible for everything, and the soul's, the nature is, so it's only up to evolution. So if you did not learn, using this amazing opportunity, right, earthly, this environment to learn this lesson, then we will one day want to come back, maybe to this specific planet, because this planet has so much to offer, but it's offer very challenging opportunities. Okay, so why not learn this time? But we are allowed to not learn. We're allowed to make a mess. We're allowed to hurt each other without knowing this is not going to benefit us. Right? But no matter what you do, right, the right thing or it's not the right and wrong, or something serves you, something does not serve you. We learn no matter what. We learn something. That's the exciting part of having a human life on Earth. We're allowed. But then if the person is suffering, if the person is not happy, then right, if the person wants to be healed, then it's good to know about this, the truth. Knowing the truth, the healing occurs when you see the truth. Right? Yeah.
What happened?